Hello everybody, we are back here on the Hunter Call of the Wild with a long-awaited mountain lion guide. I have been telling you guys that I would make this for a couple months at this point, and I think it's time that we finally do. So if you are wanting to go out for some mountain lions and have pretty good success finding a lot of them and hopefully getting yourself a diamond or a couple rares, the first thing that you're going to need to do is pick up an efficient rifle, and what we're using today is the M1, which if you don't have the weapon pack that the M1 is in, then I would probably recommend using either the 7mm, which is right here, or using the 270 because it's also pretty decent for the most part. It doesn't kill them as fast, but it can still do the job. But I would highly recommend getting the M1 in the Smoking Barrels weapon pack if you don't have it. It's such a good gun, and it's really going to speed up the process of getting these mountain lions down. Now, the second thing that you're going to want to do is obviously have lots of tents and tripods, because they will make your job of taking down these mountain lions a lot easier. It's really a necessity, in my opinion, to have stands because it helps reduce the hunting pressure, and you're going to get a lot of hunting pressure hunting these mountain lions, especially in a couple of the areas where there's usually quite a few of them. But anyway, you're going to want to set the time to around 6:32. Now, some of you might be wondering why we don't set it to 6, since that's the beginning of their drink time. The reason for that is because not every zone is going to start at 6. Some of them start at 6:30, and to ensure that everything is in their zone when you change the time, you want to go a couple minutes past the latest drink time. So 6:32 is when we're going to be starting, and that's going to put us in the perfect time to have everything at their zones. And the first location that we're going to go to is actually going to be one down here. As you guys can see, I've already killed a few here, but we're going to real quickly run down to this lake and show you guys what's up with this area. And I will be having a map of all of the different locations that they drink at the end of this video, so if you're wanting to see that, stay tuned till the end. But we're going to go over every single location, kind of show you guys where they tend to drink. Keep in mind that everybody's map is a little bit different. You might not have some of these zones, you might have a couple that I don't have, but for the most part, this will give you a general idea of where to look. So as you are running down to this lake right here, you're going to want to be scanning around because you can get mountain lions on this left side, just left of this tower, kind of in this area right here. And in fact, they usually are in this little trees, but I don't see any at the moment. Oh, actually, there they go. There is our first mountain lion. It's just a level 7. There's usually a couple other spots that they can be. They can be directly across from you, over in kind of like this brush here. Don't really see any there at the moment. They can also be further to the right, and we've actually got a level 7 right there. They can be a little bit further over to the right also. I don't see any more as of now, but you can get them on this bank also. For the second location in a row, you actually have a lodge right next to it, which makes mountain lion hunting very easy in both of these first two locations, but this second one is right here, and as you can see, the lodge is extremely close, and this lodge actually doesn't show up when you reveal everything with the watchtower, so you actually have to go find this one on your own. But as you can see, mountain lion right here on the close side. You can also get one kind of over here in these trees. You can get them directly across on the left side, and directly across in the middle, and directly across on the right side. So they're literally all around this lake. It's overall just a fantastic place to come hunt them, and I've had quite a few diamonds and rares at this lake too, so it's definitely one that you don't want to skip. This next place is one that I actually don't hunt very often. It's up here by Sylvester's Trail, and I haven't really hunted this spot too much until recently, but you can find mountain lions like directly across and up a little bit. I don't know the exact spots of them at this lake, but there's a few decent areas from what I remember and from what I've been told by you guys, but I personally have not really hunted this area too much. But if you look on the map, we have a mountain lion zone right over here, and then I believe there's also one under this bighorn zone right next to where we are. So there's a couple spots that you can find them at this lake, and you never know, you might find something good. This lake right here is another one that a lot of you have told me is really good. I've found them here quite a bit in multiplayer, but on my map there doesn't seem to be any zones, at least not on the side that I have this set up for. They might be underneath me, but I know for a fact you can get them drinking all around this lake too, but as of now I don't have any on my map, but I found them plenty of times in multiplayer, so I do know that they spawn here. That last location requires you to have a tent, but this one that we're going to next is actually next to another lodge, and, well, this lodge is relatively close to the last lake too. But this lake right here is another one where I found quite a few level 9s and a couple albinos too, so it's definitely a solid option. One of the biggest reasons why I decided to do a mountain lion guide instead of other species is primarily the fact that you can make so much money if you get good at hunting a lot of mountain lions in a quick amount of time. They are incredible for cash, around 1,300 to 1,600 cash per mountain lion, unless you're shooting the small females. It's honestly insane how much you can get from them. This mythical right here would probably give you around 1,590 cash. And you could imagine that if you can kill like 15, 20 of these in one run, you can stack up the cash pretty quickly, and that's what makes mountain lions amazing for grinding up money. But this lake right here, as you can see, they are on this close side where this one just ran away from, and then you can also get them directly over here where he's running now. And then you can get them further up into these trees, kind of where these bighorn are. I don't have any here at the moment, but I've found them there many times in multiplayer. This next lake right here is not only amazing for mountain lions, but it's amazing for pretty much everything from mountain goats to bighorn sheep to Rocky Mountain elk to mule deer to turkey to mountain lions. You can get everything at this lake. It's right next to the Swiss Valley, and there's another lodge right next to it, so you guys can access this very easily. You can get mountain lions over here, kind of on like the left side as you're running from the lodge. As you can see, there is 2 of them right there. They can also be over here where these bighorn are, and where these elk are. I don't have any there at the moment, but they can be in this area. And then you can also get them on this close side, kind of like right here where we're standing. And then you can also get them kind of in between those 2 zones right about here. But that's not quite as common of a location. Now for this lake right here, even though there is a lodge relatively close, I do recommend putting a tent up in a closer location because it is quite the run. It takes a little while to get down here, but there is a decent amount of mountain lions at this lake too. Typically it's more females and not quite as many males, but if you're just looking for cash, it's always good to get some of these females down too. You can see we've got one over here on this side. You can also get them on the close side next to us, and then you can get them over here too where these bighorn are. And in fact, it looks like that one just spooked them off. And this spot over here where we just spotted this female is a place that I found, I think, 2 of my 3 melanistics, or 2 of my 4 melanistics were found over here, right kind of in these trees. So definitely a spot you want to check in every server that you get the chance to. It's pretty good. Right now, I don't think there's as many as there normally is here, but you can typically find like between 5 and 8 mountain lions at this lake. It looks like I've only got 2 here at the moment, but I'm probably missing a few in the trees. Next, we are heading to one of my favorite locations for mountain lions. This lake right here has been so good to me. I have found so many level 9s, so many rares, and a level 9 gray, which is a very rare thing to see. So this lake, it's safe to say it's been pretty insane for me. I think one of the biggest things that makes the mountain lions such a good early game cash grinder is the fact that there's outposts at almost all of the good lakes, so you can really make use of the outposts and kill as many mountain lions as possible within their drink time. It's actually pretty crazy just how many of the good lakes have an outpost next to them. One thing to keep in mind with this lake right here is there's actually a drink zone right where we're standing right now, so when you run up here, there's a high chance you're going to spook things off to the right here. Always be looking over on this right side over here, because that's typically where they tend to run off to. I'm not sure if there's going to be any here right now, but typically if there is some on this side, they're going to run in that direction, and you'll be able to see them running through these trees. We also have a couple of them out here. We just spotted one there. It looks like it's spooked off. Actually, there it is right there. And then there was another back there, as you guys can see. Then you can also get them directly across. That's another level 7. And they can be over here too, kind of on this left side. And this is where I find a lot of the level 9s. Next up, we are heading to a couple lakes that actually are next to another outpost. The outpost is right here. Typically, what I would do is go to this lake first and then go down to the second one, but I ended up spawning at this tent just so I can kind of show you guys this lake first, and it doesn't appear that we have any mountain lions here at the moment, and I've got some hunting pressure here, so I'm guessing I killed them off recently, but they will be over on this side of the lake, and then you can also find them on this side of the lake over here, and that is a bighorn sheep. Occasionally I'll find them a little bit closer, kind of like right here, but that's not quite as common. So we just came from this lower lake right here, and we are now at the upper lake next to the outpost. You can find mountain lions pretty much all around it. The most common places are right here. You can see 2 of them right there, and that is another bighorn running away from them. But you can also get them directly across over here. I don't see any at the moment, but they can be over in this area. And then there is another one right there. That's actually a zone I didn't have, so that's nice to see. This next lake is another one that is not only good for mountain lions, but pretty much everything else. You can find everything from Rocky Mountain elk, mule deer, bighorn sheep, turkey, black bear, and mountain lion. And some of the best places to find them on this lake is right over here. There's actually 2 mythicals right in this zone right over here, and occasionally you'll see them down on this little bank right there. You can also get them over in this little open spot, and in fact there is one right there. I've also seen them directly across over on this area, and in fact there's probably a couple there right now, but they're out of render at the moment. But this is a fantastic lake, and I've once again found a lot of good stuff at this one too. This next lake that we're checking out is probably the hardest to get to one out of all of them, and it's a shame because it's actually one of the better ones. But as you can see, it's right here. This is also a fantastic mule deer lake. You'll hear a lot of people talking about how good it is for mule deer, but it's also very good for mountain lions. And there is a lodge about, I think it's 900 meters away, so it's a little ways away. But there is a lodge if you have to use the lodge. I would definitely recommend putting a tent here though, because as you can see, we got 2 mountain lions there. There's usually a couple over in the trees here. We've also got a couple closer that we can't see right now, but we did hear them calling, so we know they're there. And right on cue, we have some Rocky Mountain elk right above them. 2 decent looking level 4s also. But we just got another call from the close mountain lion. Let's see if we can get a spot on it so you guys can see that they are over on this closer side. But this one doesn't seem to want to pop out. There it is. It finally ran out. So there's currently 3 here, but I've seen up to 7 at this location on some of the multiplayer servers that I've played on. This next lake right here is probably the only one that I would say I don't really recommend in your normal runs, because it really is not worth the time that it takes to get down here just for like 1 or 2 mountain lions. I don't usually find much here. It's usually just 1 or 2 mountain lions, and I don't feel like running all the way down from this lodge is worth it. But ow, there is a level 6, and if I could spot the other one, that would be amazing, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. But as you can see, there's only 2 of them that come out of this area, so I just don't see that as being worth it. And it looks like both of them were lower weight estimates, so they're probably both level 6s to be honest, but I just don't find this place worth going to. Actually, I stand corrected, there's 2 more than what I normally see here. Maybe it is worth it. I mean, I'll let you guys decide, but there you have it, 4 mountain lions at this location. So these last 2 locations are considered by many to be the best places to find mountain lions on Silver Ridge Peaks, and I would have to agree. The first of the last 2 locations is right here at Sun Sisters. You can find mountain lions all around the lake. A lot of times they end up being females, but you do still find a decent amount of males here. Over in this direction that we're looking now, I have found upwards of 7 just on this side, along with 4, 5, even 6 or 7 on this side too. So it's definitely an insane spot. We aren't going to have too many here at the moment because we just hit 8 o'clock, which means they're going to start moving out of their zones. But you can kind of see the general area of where they are at least. And we actually have a bighorn running towards us and another bighorn. It's actually a pretty decent 4, but we're not here for the bighorn today. There is another mountain lion right there. There's one there. I'm sure there's probably a couple in the trees too. We've got one over across the way. And then we've also got the ones that we spotted over here. So they can be pretty much everywhere around this lake. And it's just an overall amazing spot to go to. I've found a couple pretty decent ones here too, but that was more around the release of Silver Ridge Peaks, because nowadays it's primarily females with just a couple males here and there, and there's a couple more actually running out of the area that we just went through. So that just shows you there's mountain lions all over this area. And last but not least, what many consider to be the best location for mountain lions, and the best location for mountain goats also. That is this lake right here at the Unta Outpost, or Unta Outpost. I don't know how it's pronounced, but it's right there. But you're gonna find them on pretty much every side of this area. We do have some mountain goats running off there. That's actually a pretty decent 4. We're not here for those. We've got, oh my gosh, there's a level 9. Let's just take care of that real quickly. That was a nice little surprise. That is honestly a great way to end it. Can't really complain too much there. Get that level 7 too. We didn't get a good shot on him. Oh well. I think we got him on that last shot. It looked like he did the animation of getting hit, but as I was trying to say before that level 9 popped out, they drink like on this close side right here, and you can usually find upwards of 6 or 7 of them here. And then if you don't have a ton on this side, there's a high chance there's going to be a bunch over on this other side. Now, because they're moving out of their zones, we're not going to have a bunch right now. But as you can see, there is still 3 of them there. But I've had, I think, as many as 11 or 12 here at a time in multiplayer. It gets pretty crazy when you have a lot of them. We're going to go ahead and take a couple of these out, because I want to show you guys just how much money you can get from them. So let's get a shot off into as many of them as we can. That was 2 right there. And then we had already shot 2 over here. I don't think we're going to get any more than that, but let's see how much money we get just from those 4. We're currently at, let's see, 69,307. So we'll just go with 70k. We'll just go with that. And let's see if this makes diamond real quickly. I'm going to guess it's probably going to troll. That's been my luck recently, but it's actually a diamond at 3950. Oh my, that is a really nice one actually. That's a solid diamond. And as you can see, a diamond one gives you almost 1,700 cash, which is just insane. So much money for a diamond mountain lion. And honestly, if you're grinding these guys pretty heavily, you're going to find a lot of level 9s. They're one of the more common diamonds to spawn, so would not be surprised if you guys find quite a few of them within your first couple hundred mountain lion kills. I know I find quite a few of them almost every stream, so it's one of the other awesome things about grinding mountain lions. You can actually get a decent amount of diamonds and rares too. Here is that second mountain lion, this one. I'm pretty sure we didn't hit vitally, so if you mess them up, you're not going to get full score, or full cash, I should say. You only get 1,000, but that's for a messed up one. You still get 1,000 cash. This normally would give around 1,470 or 1,490, I believe. So if we had got vitals on this, that would already be over 3,000 cash just for 2 mountain lions. Well, it looks like I forgot about the render bug, so both of those mountain lions disappeared. I don't even know where they're gonna be. I guess we'll just walk around till we hopefully find one of them. Well, I just found one of them, so that's 1,500 cash right there. Now it's time to find the other one. I don't know where it would have gone. We're just gonna keep spamming E and hope that we find it, but just between those 3, provided we had got full score on the second one, that would have been 4,500 just for 3 mountain lions. So you guys can really see how the cash can just stack up extremely fast once you start getting a bunch of these guys. I don't think we're gonna find this last one, not with the fact that it disappeared from being out of render, but if you had claimed all 4 of them, that would have been around 6,000 cash. So you guys can see how once you kill like 10, 15, 20 of these in a run, you can start making quite a bit of money and get to a point where you're making like 70k in 1 to 2 hours of playing, and it's a fantastic way to get your money up. Another day, another mountain lion for the second backup trophy lodge, and in fact we've got a few that we need to put up in here, but the one that we just got I believe is actually this one right here. It said that it was 39.50, but it looks like it was actually 39.60. It was probably just a tiny bit below 39.60, so either way, it still is a diamond one. We're going to put this other one up here real quickly too since I'm in this lodge. I might as well get a few of these placed up since I have them just kind of chilling in my inventory. Alright, so now that we've placed all that down, we are real quickly going to throw up the map for this guide because I did mark down every single location that we checked out in this video. So if you guys are wanting to keep a map of this, you can go ahead and screenshot it right here, and then you'll be able to look at this at any time, or you can just go back to this video and view it at any time that you want to. But this will give you a good idea of all the locations to go to, that way you don't have to watch the entire video every time. But I really hope that this video has helped you guys out, and hopefully it'll help you get more diamonds and help you get some cash built up so you guys can buy more blinds and tents and stands and all that good stuff. But with all that being said, guys, if you're brand new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, click the like button, and ring that notification bell so that you guys will never miss a video. Also, be sure to comment down below what type of guide you would like to see me work on next, or if I should just wait until the new map comes out and then put out some guides for those species. But thank you guys for watching once again, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace!